Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I'm Vicorva, or the author Theo Corva. You can call me V. Um, Today I'm celebrating the launch and publication of my novella, Space Dragons Cosmic Survivors, which will be officially published tomorrow, but which supporters of the Kickstarter already possess. Um, I'm very excited about it. I'm also very nervous. It's also been a mess, as publication somehow always is, even now. But you know what? That's okay. That's just how it is. Hello and welcome to Des and to Jonas Richter, to Oh No Joe, Primordial Nightmare, Inca B, to A Slow Writer, Quarrel, Clyde Fudge, hello. I'm very glad that the timing has worked out for everyone because I was in a very frantic place when I was rushing to choose the time. Hello, Rowan. Welcome for the book launch party. And I was like, I'd like it to be at 4 p.m., but the time zone's going to change. And I went online and I was like, okay, which way is it going? And then somehow I put it the opposite way to what I was told it would be. I meant to do this at 4 p.m. my time, and I've done it at 6 p.m. my time. But it seems like it's worked out for a lot of people, so I'm going to try and feel good about it instead of terrible. Um, Welcome, Cecil. Cecil says summertime confused the heck out of me. Every time it gets me. Every time it gets me. I've yet to make a mistake on this scale, but for sure, I hate planning something across a time zone change or a daylight savings time thing. But you know what? It's fine. I'm so excited that people are actually here. Um, yeah. So here's the plan for today. So I have the paperback of Space Dragons Cosmic Survivors here. I was going to read from the first chapter for everyone. Readings are very traditional for book launches. This is not a very traditional book launch, but we're going to do that. Um, Following that, if anyone has any questions about the books or writing or Kickstarter, or I don't really mind, I'm really happy to answer them as best as I can. Um, After that, and in fact, during all of that, anyone who would like to, it does rely on you owning Minecraft, but you can see pinned at the top of the stream, you may join my Minecraft server. It is only going to exist until the end of the stream. It is in peaceful creative mode, and you can just go there and build whatever you like. And if you want a theme, it can be space and or dragons, but you can do whatever you want. You can spawn creatures. Just try not to crash it. It's a small server. Yeah. Hello, Teferax. Welcome. So yes, lovely to have everyone here. A slow writer says, in fact, just as an additional fact of how cursed time zones are, did you know there's a plus 12 and 3/4 time zone? I think I did know that, but I've been reminded all anew. And that is indeed incredibly cursed. Oh, thank you for the happy Space Dragons Day, Teferax. I appreciate it. I've got my cat here, Ren. Those of you who don't know her, she's I've had her for just over a year now. She's kind of a year and a bit old. She's a year and 6 months old kind of thing. She's got one eye and is mostly blind, and she's wonderful. And I just changed the blanket I use as her desk bed, so she's like, ooh, so soft and nice. So she's really enjoying it. Ren, everyone says hello. Yes, isn't that good? So yeah, and during Minecraft and during after the reading and after we have a little Q&A, I may not do much of that. I have a little quiz. Now previously I had a cool stream overlay that was interactive to viewers, and you could do the quiz on the stream. That's gone now. That doesn't exist anymore, and I couldn't find a replacement. Um, Everything was broken or did completely the wrong thing. So I'll just read the questions out to you, and then we'll answer them, and you can keep track of your points. It's only 10 questions, so points are pretty easy to keep track of. It's not a very difficult quiz, but it should be a little bit of fun. So yeah, I guess I'll get started reading from Space Dragon. So as I said, do check the pinned if you want to join in on the Minecraft server. I'll be joining there too in a little bit. Slow Rider says everything was broken or did the wrong thing. Honestly, not a terrible way to summarize tech in general. Yes, indeed. Uh, Fudge says, I do so hate the never-ending march of modern technology at this point. Yes, certainly. There's a lot of bad with the good, unfortunately. But yes, I'm gonna start reading. It's a bit funny because I have actually narrated. I've recorded narrating all of Space Dragons 1 now. And I'm in the process of editing that. I haven't yet recorded any of Cosmic Survivors, so this is my first time reading this aloud. We'll just go from chapter 1, which many of you may have already read, but no spoilers and no and provides full context, so that's what we're going with. So I'm gonna get started now. Chapter 1. Maybe it's fucked up, but I prefer literally running from things to figuratively running. I do both, of course, but only one is ever successful. A shadow darkened the rushing pink light of the shining winds. Shit, I said. I tapped the rig's comms. There's something here. We're dropping. Got it, boss, said Vala. She'd come to my crew as a security specialist, but was learning the ropes of the other roles. I wished someone more experienced was piloting now, then discarded the thought. Rin was an excellent pilot, but blind, which made high-speed piloting difficult given the delay in audio description. My only other crewmate, Borrow, was highly experienced and wouldn't let anything go wrong. I banked my wings, beating them backwards, my feathers catching against the flow of the winds. The crackling electricity in my wings faded along with the pink light. I treaded empty space, my feathers swirling as I looked around. Did it follow? Asked Rin. I don't see it. But then, void horrors were black against black. For several heartbeats, I floated in space, my wings brushing but not catching on the threads of wind perceptible only to dragons. The tethers connecting me to the rig drifted loosely behind me. I released a ragged breath. We lost it. Rin, where are we? Maps just finished calibrating, they said. We're in the Kolfar system. No planets support complex life here. I looked around, taking in the planet that looked like a ball of ice, and another that was just barren, meteor-scarred rock all the way around. It certainly doesn't look exciting. I know Kolfar. Give me a moment to catch my breath and prepare to soar. Take your time, boss. I could almost hear the smile in Vala's voice. It still felt like a miracle that I had this crew. I had always sort of hated people, or hated being around them, anyway, even as I craved company. Except for my rider, Sar, who had abandoned me for her own mysterious reasons, and was now partnered to some other superior dragon. But I liked this crew. We worked well together, and I was starting to learn all their funny ways. They supported me as an independent rig dragon, rather than trying to force me to choose a rider so much of society seemed to want. The trouble was, I didn't know how much longer it would last. Borrow was going to a tribute fair within the month to seek a partner dragon. Rin, I knew, wanted to be a rider as well someday. Vala, at least, seemed likely to stay with me, and we'd already lost Finder X239. It had been very difficult for me to make friends. Honestly, I was 35, and these were the first I'd ever made other than Sar, who had in many ways been stuck with me. I didn't want to go through that again. Winds, could I even call them friends? They were crewmates and sort of employees. That was a depressing thought. I'm ready to soar, I said. I shook out my wings, feathers finding purchase on the shining winds that permeated the void. And then I saw it. Hovering in the void beyond the ice planet was a dark moon with shadowy rays. Except it wasn't a moon. It was an enormous void horror with long, squirming tentacles. As if it felt me notice, it opened its singular eye, itself almost as large as its entire body. The iris flexed, revealing a spiral chain of grinding teeth within the pupil. Shit! I hesitated, wasting precious time. Was it near enough that we could escape back into the shining winds, or would it wrap its tentacles around the rig and crush my crew? I could fight it if I had to. I had fought them before. But this one was much, much larger than any I had ever encountered. Boss? Rin joined the comm, their usually mellow voice tight with fear. The void horror floated free of the orbit of the planet, wriggling tentacles questing forward. Run or fight. Run or fight. I reached up to disengage my harness. Too slow. Still too slow. A spear of light streaked toward the horror. It shrieked, pus streaming from its wound, to face its attacker. A white dragon, scaled and wearing plated armor, fought with teeth bared. Faye wore gauntlets that turned their claws into blades, which they plunged into the horror before flipping back and out of range of the dozens of tentacles that squirmed in to crush them. A human in a void suit clung to their back. Both bore the insignia of the winged sword. "We need to go," Boro urged. His deep voice crackled with authority. "While the horror is distracted." Right. But as my wings crackled and caught the energy of the shining winds, a large, fish-shaped void rig, marked with the winged sword, shot past us. "Please remain within the system at a safe distance," said a cool, feminine voice. A human. "By order of the Cosmic Defenders." I sagged within space. Perfect. Vala groaned. "You don't know the half of it." I pulled my rig to shelter in the orbit of the rocky planet, where we could hopefully escape the horror by entering the atmosphere if we had to. From this distance, the horror was still vast, but the dragon was a white flea darting around it, while the dragon's rig fired at the horror with burning blue bolts. There was a moment of silence while we all took in the fight. Then, "They can't take down that thing with just one rig crew, surely," said Boro. "I've never even heard of a horror that big." His voice trembled a little as he spoke. For all his experience, he was still a human. Void horrors had a particular creeping effect on the human psyche. There was all sorts of flowery fiction about the unknowable terror of them. I didn't know the particulars of it. Perhaps it was just because humans were so small. I was pretty small compared to this horror, and I was tense, but I wasn't about to start gibbering incoherently or worshipping its fleshy tentacles. Perhaps it was because I knew I could run if I needed to. "It's as big as all that?" asked Rin. The readings from the ship and Rin's guide mech couldn't convey things with perfect accuracy. I wasn't surprised that a horror of the size of a large moon had evaded proper description. "It's big," said Boro. "Give it a minute," said Vala. I watched the white worm take a fast, sharp cut along the horror's vast, bulbous side. Black ichor sprayed in their wake, blotting out the distant stars. "Should we run?" asked Rin. "Cosmic Defenders can be overzealous." "It's too late for that," said Vala. "Aren't they just exterminators?" said Boro. I thought of my sisters, proudly strutting with their insignias visible wherever they went, expecting praise and deference. Maybe. 3 more rig crews appeared, dragons detaching and swooping in for the fight. One had a void-suited human settled at the base of her neck, glass blade raised defiantly. For show or out of foolishness? A human couldn't hope to fight in the void, surely, and proximity to a horror might scramble their brain. On that note, "Everyone holding up?" I asked my crew. "Trying not to look at it," said Boro. "Trying not to think about it," said Rin. I flared my wings. "I'll take us around the back of the planet." With the defenders here, it wasn't like we needed to keep an eye on them. "Vala?" "I'm fine, boss." She didn't sound fine. And I will leave it there. So, yeah, that's kind of first half of chapter 1. Yes. It's so weird that people have read this now. And indeed, hopefully many more people will read it soon. So yeah, thank you so much again to everyone who supported it. Whether that was as backers of the Kickstarter or just sharing about it or reviewing the first book or boosting it. Like, it really means everything to me to actually have it kind of go out into the world. I'm just kind of glancing back at chat and I see Jonas say, "We're here, we're queer, our back pain is severe." I have not heard that before and I love it. That is so fun. Okay. I'm gonna have a little check-in on the Minecraft server. Let's see if anyone has turned up. Let me change my screen so we can all see that. All right. Will my screen actually please capture? Is this? We'll try capture full screen application and see if it manages it. Oh. I'm seeing technical difficulties here. Let me see. I'll make this windowed and see what we can do with that. Video settings. There. Capture specific window. Oh. I can kind of see Minecraft. But not the whole thing. You know what? I'll take it. it can be a little. Oh. Screen capture. What if I try in the overlay? Screen capture. Okay. I'll just put that in the middle, and that can be. This is not what I expected the technical difficulties to be around, to be honest. But you know what? That's streaming. Let's come in and have a look. Oh, things are being built. Oh, I have no audio. Let me fix that. There we go. Oh. Did you build this? This is Joe here. Oh no, Joe. Did you build this? Oh. I think it's pretty good on the theme of Space and Dragons. It's like a big dragon nest. I love using the armor stands in order to create dragons. It's got all the eggs in it. Oops. Oh no, I accidentally destroyed one of the eggs. I forgot that this is creative mode. I have damaged the beautiful thing you made. Oh. Oh no. No! I'm so sorry. Oh. This is really cool. I like it that it's kind of all within the amethyst. Oh, someone's building over here. Oh, there's Ninetailed. Hello. Ooh. It's Quirrell! I like wool things because they can be so colorful. This is pretty. Yeah, I wasn't sure because you do look like a griffin. Oh. I'm excited to see what this becomes because it's obviously growing. It's very pretty. What did I hear? Oh, I just heard this wolf. Okay. I think that's everyone here. Although, is there a saddled horse over here? There's a skeleton horse! Oh, I always wanted to see one of these. Can you ride it? Oh. And I think that's everyone. Yeah. This is pretty cool. Oh, hello and welcome to Mix the Kill. It's lovely to have you here. So, all right, I'm gonna leave this screen up, and so we can just kind of passively enjoy watching things being built and people mooching around. Actually, I'm gonna drop some creatures before I do that. I'm so unused to this mode, but let's get some good creatures out. Let's get a donkey, some cats, a panda, a sniffer, a fox, an armadillo, and polar bear. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, that's yeah, okay. This is not their climate, but it's peaceful, so they'll be fine. Surely. I'm gonna break my own server, spawning creatures. Oh, look! I will get the quiz going in just a moment. Hang on. Oh, they're Arctic foxes if you spawn them on snow. That's cool. Armadillo. And polar bear. There we go. Teaming! With inappropriate life. That's becoming a big rainbow! Anyway. I'm gonna leave this up and we'll start the quiz. Are there bunnies? You know what? There are. Let me get you some bunnies. Where do you get skeleton grass to feed the skeleton horse? I'm just glad it's not burning to death in the sunlight, which is, I think, what they normally do. Rabbit spawn. There's some snow bunnies. Oh, the panda's, like, just rolling. There's some bunnies. Oh, I need, like, an empty hand, I think. Can I ride this horse? It won't let me ride it. That's fine. There's fireworks. So, this is so cool. Aww. So, music's a bit loud. Let me sort that out. Minecraft music can get a little dramatically loud. So, if anyone has any questions about the books or any about writing or Kickstarter or anything like that, please feel free to put them in chat, and I will answer them. But I will otherwise be moving on to our quiz. So, Sam says it's a hard question. What's your favorite part of Cosmic Survivors? On any given day, I would probably answer something different. But without going into too many spoilers, the relationship with Adaleer, the other dragon, that I mean, I don't really want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't read yet, but is interesting to me, even though it's a very minor thing in some ways. I think it's an interesting interaction and relationship, and I'm excited to see where that goes in the future. Jonah says, any plans for future Space Dragons books? Yes, which is to say that I have very loose plans for what kind of things I think would be fun to explore in future books. So really, I just have a plan to write more. Space Dragon books are really kind of the closest thing I have right now to comfort writing. They're very easy to write. I don't really know why that is, but they're very comfortable. I think part of it is that they're novellas. Yeah, so I'd like to write more. I'd like to write lots more. Sequels are normally incredibly difficult for me, but Cosmic Survivors was not. Oh no! Oh no! I think something's on fire. Is it a zombie horse? Oh no. Inca says, also crossing my fingers for more Space Dragons books. There definitely will be. There definitely will be. Mixed Kill is also asking, yes, there will be more. Yeah, I remember when I originally conceived of this series, I was thinking I might do each story about different dragons in this universe and stuff like that. And I may do some of that in future still, but I honestly, I'm so invested in this little crew, in this dragon and this crew. And that might, you know, that changes as the story goes on, who is part of this crew, who is part of this story, but I am, nonetheless, the core of it is them, and I want to do more with them, and there's definitely more to come. Thank you for the questions, everyone. That was really cool. I have a like strong aversion to talking about my own work, which is why like when I do the like on Mastodon/Betty, like the writer game hashtag games I play are kind of the ones that prompt more about process than they do about the actual content. Because if I talk about the actual book, I'm like, people will get so bored of me talking about my books. I'm not going to bore people. I find it easier to talk about process more generally. Cross is the dreaded self-promo alarm. Yes, exactly. It's so hard to self-promote and things like that. Oh my goodness, it's glowing! It's a big, beautiful, glowing rainbow heart. Look at this big gay heart. This is amazing. Everything's kind of glowing because the dragon nest is also magma. This is lovely. A slow writer says, without spoiling, I loved Vala the first time I saw her, and with Cosmic Survivors that only deepened. Vala is what is in an archetype I think of as my prickly characters. I have a lot of characters that are quite abrasive, and which not everyone likes because of that, because they don't easily fit into like, oh, a nice person who's perfectly always there for you and isn't inappropriate ever and things like that. Like they get things wrong. They can be kind of harsh and abrasive, and I often like those characters more. Like Usta from the Toontown series, Hannah from Non-Player Character is another example, and yeah, Vala. I adore Vala. I know she's not for everyone, so it's actually really pleases me to hear that she is loved as well by some readers. That makes me very happy. Anyway, so the quiz. Oh my goodness, a beacon. Every time I look back at the screen, oh, there's a zombie horse surviving under the gay heart. This is great news. All right, let me see if I can bring up this quiz without crashing the stream. Oh, has it paused the game because I've tabbed out? That's not what I want to happen. Let me put this over here, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna try and do it this way. I can't see chat. I'll check back in a moment. So, situation is we have a quiz. Oh, the Moonglove Constellation is in here. This is all very exciting. I'll be looking around soon. So we have a quiz. It's 10 questions long. Each question has 4 options. So if I unfortunately it's not on the screen. If you would like to track what your answer was for each question, at the end we'll go through. And you know what? I'll answer them as we go along. I'll give you 2 minutes to answer, and then I will say what the answer to that question is. So, yeah, 10 points is full points, and you can let us know what your scores are at the end. Question 1, I'm gonna get a timer up. Question 1 is, which of these authors is not known for a series about dragons? A. Christopher Paolini, B. Erin Hunter, C. Naomi Novik, D. Anne McCaffrey. So that is, which of these authors is not known for a series about dragons? A. Christopher Paolini, B. Erin Hunter, C. Naomi Novik, and D. Anne McCaffrey. And my phone's going to do a little alarm when we get to the 2-minute mark, so that I can give everyone the answer to that. I've tried to make this quite an accessible, kind of easier quiz, but all trivia is just what you know. I'm hoping everyone will get at least some points. The goal is that hopefully everyone won't know everything, and hopefully nobody will know nothing. I guess we'll see. Pink Paw Kitty, hello! Pink Paw Kitty says, apparently I'm average. It always takes a while for me to like the prickly ones. Oh, but I like that. That's what I want people to do. I want the journey. Anyway, it's the kind of thing where everyone reacts to everything differently, you know? Characters are just like that. So since this will be a pure guess for me. Okay. I have not pitched this too easy then, but I might not have pitched it as easy as intended. We'll see. Some of these will be easier than others. It all depends on what you know. Okay, this Sniffer? The Sniffer is really on a journey. All the creatures I've spawned are leaving us. Although it appears I've repopulated the world with polar bears in the ice biome, which is nice. Moonglows are completed with our powers coming. Where is Moonglow? Aha! Oh, I've fallen into the ice. I'm trapped. Oh. Hello! Hello! Your Minecraft skin is very cool! Yay! Okay. Ren did not enjoy that alarm. Okay, so the answer to question 1 was B, Aaron Hunter. Aaron Hunter is the kind of ghostwriting name of the authors who write the Warrior Cats series. So, books about cats. Christopher Paolini wrote the Aragon series, Naomi Novik wrote the Temeraire series, and Anne McCaffrey wrote the Dragon Riders of Pern. So those other 3 are all very well known for books about dragons. Is there... Oh my goodness! Jukebox! Oh, that's lovely. I'm gonna keep a little distance because jukebox is so loud, but this is lovely. So yeah, if you answered B, Aaron Hunter, you may give yourself 1 point. And now we are on to question 2. So the themes of this quiz is space and or dragons. It's hard to get questions about both. So question 2, which of these is not a quote from the Artemis 2 mission? Okay. You might be familiar. A, I'm proud to call myself the space plumber. B, when the moon hits your eye. C, amaze, amaze, amaze. D, I have 2 Microsoft Outlooks and neither one of those are working. So, once again, that is, which of these is not a quote from the Artemis 2 mission? A, I'm proud to call myself the space plumber. B, when the moon hits your eye. C, amaze, amaze, amaze. D, I have 2 Microsoft Outlooks and neither one of those are working. So, there we go. Other Side is a good song. I'm greatly enjoying having the jukebox playing right now. Are the bunnies alright? I would think that they'd be fine. They've probably just wandered off Clyde and Macared. Anyone who wants to spawn more bunnies, totally fine by me. There's a ghast! Oh, look! So, yeah. McSpickle knew this question? Great! But just rat, I'm somehow not enough of a space but nerd to know this one. I would have only probably gotten some of them. I looked this up to do it. I've generated all of these quiz questions myself. Which one is not a quote from the mission, Jonas? That is correct. Ooh, look at this burning netherrack. By improved has joined the game? Incus is space plus dragons, Draco the dragon constellation. I think when I feel like I did I did some kind of quiz question. I think it was like Dragonheart related regarding the Draco constellation in some other time. I don't remember if that was for a book launch or not, but yeah, that would have been cool. Oh, what was that scary noise? Which creature? I guess it was probably the ghast. Oh, you're writing it. Yes, it's the ghast chuckling. Ren, I'm so sorry about the alarm. Ren does not care for the alarm. Okay, so the answer is look all the dragons on the beacon. Everyone knows it's creative mode. If you want to be able to fly, you just double tap space. The server's not blocked in any way, so we might get some random folk in, but I'm not super worried. If there's any issues, just let me or Joe know and we'll deal with it. So the answer to which of these is not a quote from the Artemis 2 mission was B, when the moon hits your eye. A, I'm proud to call myself the space plumber. C, amaze, amaze, amaze. And D, I have 2 Microsoft Outlooks and neither one of those are working, are all genuine quotes from the Artemis 2 mission. However, C, amaze, amaze, amaze is a reference to Project Hail Mary, the book and film. So it's a little bit of a trick question, that one. Give yourself a point if you answered B, when the moon hits your eye. Hang on. Let me go and have a look in chat. I'm juggling so many windows right now. So far I've been incredibly lucky. Are you just guessing and getting it all right? That's fantastic. Jonas is still at 0. I believe you will get one. I believe everyone will get one. But honestly, I don't make a lot of quizzes, so I may not have balanced this as well as I would have liked. These Bickle says, I got it because I remember all those things happening during the mission. I was truly obsessed. That's great. That's fun. I'm glad I got to have a good question for you. Alright. Riding around on the ghast. Oh, that's so cute. Look how happy it is. Okay. Carl says 1 out of 2 for us so far. We've got a lot more questions to come. Speaking of, our next question is, which of these saints is a dragon murderer? A, Saint George. B, Saint David. C, Saint Agnes. D, Saint James. Which of these saints is a dragon murderer? A, Saint George. B, Saint David. C, Saint Agnes. And D, Saint James. Des says, I read something about that recently. Or perhaps you know then. This is kind of a rough question in the sense that there's a billion saints. There's so many saints. Jonas knows the answer. Yes! Cecil says, which of these saint stories is evil anti-dragon propaganda? Exactly. Des says, I actually don't remember. Oh, we'll have to see if you can get a lucky guess then. Or maybe you've got something kind of subconscious. We'll see. Cambodia says, I have a guess, I think it's right. Azalise! Hello! Welcome! You fell asleep. I'm very glad you're here. As you can see, beautiful things are happening here. The gas actually makes me laugh so much each time. Oh, I forgot to hit the timer. Time it now. You get an extra minute. Sierra, hello! Sierra says there are so many saints and it's weird how many of them seem to have been horrible people. Yeah. The criteria to be a saint does not seem to match the definition of like how we use the word saint. For sure. Some of it's really weird too, or sad. Some of them are just sad. And some of them are dragon murderers. Athlete says, I was extremely looking forward to the launch party. I'm happy I didn't miss all of it. You definitely haven't. We've only just started the quiz. Feel free to keep track of points. I will reread the question that we're on now. We're only on question 3. And the question is, which of these saints is a dragon murderer? A, St. George. B, St. David. C, St. Agnes. And D, St. James. So, yeah. Feel free to come up with an answer for that when I'm going to give you the answer in just a moment. Wait, what are you firing? Just snowballs? I really like this burning blue flame dragon effigy here. This is really cool. This statue, not an effigy. It's just like statue. Love what everyone's doing. It's nice just having a cozy time. Oh, I think the sniffer just took damage. I've never grown one of those. Oh, is it fighting the bear? Or are they just getting snowballed? I feel like maybe they're getting snowballed. Okay. So. Question 3 was, which of these saints is a dragon murderer? The answer is A. Saint George, the patron saint of England, known for slaying a dragon. Not cool. Not cool, Saint George. Also on this list is Saint David, the patron saint of Wales, and 2 other saints that I don't remember what they're for. So... Fudge's patron saint of England kind of figures. Yeah. Out here ruining things for the nice Welsh dragons. Yeah. Ping Pork, if you randomly guessed correctly. That's the joy of multiple choice questions! Joe's on 1 out of 3? Wow. Joe's so good at trivia. I really expected Joe to get all of this. Alright. But I guess it's quite niche. It's all dragon and space, and all, you know, very niche within those as well. But just being British probably helps with that one. I definitely think so. Yes. Alright. So, go and get another question. I love seeing everyone flying around and like going and doing things. I think something is occurring over in this quadrant over here. It's not really a quadrant. Over in this area. Oh. Some kind of redstonery is happening over here. Oh, Elytra flying! Yes! I mean, that's the only way to... Elytra and rockets is the best way to move in this game. Creative flight is nowhere near as fun. There's a parrot over in the ice peaks, which is very cool. I'm gonna plate myself here. I'm watching Moonglow disappear into the distance. Joe says the patron saint of England, who never came to England, but we took him anyway. See, this is what I mean. This is Joe and trivia. I didn't know that. Thank you, Joe. Inka says he's also quite around in Belgium. His decorations and in folklore and such. Wow. Just really popular. Slaying dragons, like, really gets you a lot of attention, I guess. Okay, we're on to our next question. There are rockets. Yes! If you make rockets out of gunpowder and paper in Minecraft, and you are wearing the Elytra, which are the wings you can get from the end, you can then fly and glide around, and it like lifts you. The rockets lift you up and give you speed. It's so cool. It's the best. So, next question. Oh, my cat is in front of the questions. They're also in the creative inventory. Yes, okay, anyone who wants to, get yourself some Elytra, get yourself some rockets. Question 4. According to Palpatine in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, which of these did Darth Plagueis the Wise do? A. Raise the dead. B. Possess unlimited power. C. Become a ghost. D. Create life. Okay. This is niche. According to Palpatine in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, which of these did Darth Plagueis the Wise do? A. Raise the dead. B. Possess unlimited power. C. Become a ghost. Or D. Create life. Gonna leave you to dwell with that for a little bit. Tefrax says I only just learned the etymology of trivia, which I think counts as trivia. Trivia to the power of 2. Literally, or trivia squared, maybe. Literally a 3-way crossroads. Trivia. Oh. Trivia squared. Primotus says I know that one. I did not know that. That's cool. Trivia. Create life, Cecil. Yeah. So let me get it again. So the question was, according to Palpatine in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, which of these did Darth Plagueis the Wise do? A. Raise the dead. B. Possess unlimited power. C. Become a ghost. D. Create life. Oh, look at everything's so beautiful at night. Everything's flashing. Look at this. Look at this beautiful redstone creation. That's cool as heck. I love it. Is this a Primal Night? Is that Primordial Nightmare by any chance? Hello? There's more people here that I've been able to greet, but... Oh, people are befriending animals. Taming wolves. I love it. It is! It is Primordial Nightmare. Hello. Okay. So, the answer to our question. According to Palpatine in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, which of these did Darth Plagueis the Wise do? The answer is D. Create life. He mentioned a bunch of other things, like stopping death and stuff, but not actually raising the dead, unlimited power, or becoming a ghost. To my knowledge. This is in here because it's a little bit of a meme. And memes are fun. Or can be. They can be terrible, actually, but sometimes they're fun. Yeah. Oh, other side's back on! Getting close enough that we can enjoy it. Okay. So, on to question number 5. Which of these is the correct formation for a dragon? A. 4 legs, 2 wings. B. No wings, 4 legs. C. 2 wings, no legs. Or D. It varies. Okay. Which of these is the correct formation for a dragon? A. 4 legs, 2 wings. B. No wings, 4 legs. C. 2 wings, no legs. D. It varies. Alright. Joe went for Raise the Dead. Joe, you should have known better. you should have known. Mixed Michael got another one. Congratulations. Sierra says most of the dragons I've met are very huggable. Ooh, my mouse is spinning. I apologize. I wasn't dancing. Although, that would be fine, but my mouse was just getting away from me. I've missed most of Fudge's thing I can't read here, but the evolution of dragons over time is kind of interesting. I get the impression the interpretation has gone from... It's a big scary somethings! to something! It is interesting! But yes, across cultures and things, how dragons are perceived is very different. And but it's also, you know, changing over time, which is all really cool. Asley says, I thought you were asking the name of a group of dragons flying in formation. That would have been a good question. If I knew the answer, that would have been a good question. Philologus, hello! Philologus says, yay, Vio Corvo with a new book. Thank you. Oh, things are changing over in this pretty structure down here. Sky's the limit. Who got sky's the limit? Wait, someone's up really high. You can see all the electric light going on. This is lovely. Oh. I missed the timer. I'm just gonna give it 1 minute. Ashley says I read about the group of dragon things in the dragon books just this morning. Aragon! Yes! Question 1 mentioned Christopher Paolini, who wrote Aragon, by the way. You just missed it. This silly island makes me so happy. It's just a temporary thing. And also there's a gas that keeps making weird noises. Woo! Okay. So. Time for the answers. So, which of these is the correct formation for a dragon? The answer was D, it varies. As was brought up in the discussion about bringing up Eastern dragons versus more Western things, they can be really different. There is sometimes movements, usually among kind of fandoms and things like that, to categorize dragons really specifically of like, oh, it has 2 wings and 2 legs, it's a wyvern. Oh, it has wings and no legs, it's a worm. No wings and long, it's an Eastern dragon or a long. But realistically and historically, it's kind of fuzzy. It's kind of fuzzy. And we don't gatekeep dragons. But in addition to not gatekeeping dragons, there isn't a true terminology, and anyone telling you there is probably just I mean, they probably just read a post somewhere and thought, yeah, that sounds right. It's fun to categorize things, but nonetheless. So yeah, D, it varies. Asley says, I love that dragons are too chaotic to escape attempts at classifying them. People definitely do try. Dragon is whatever you're pointing at when you say it. Yeah, exactly. Rowan says, Bard Bloom used to write dragons with 4 legs and 4 wings. Yeah, and this is the thing. Do we say that's not a dragon? We don't. Like, it's still a dragon. All right. I think it's on to the next question. Or when we end, I'm just going to quickly fly around in Elytra. Just around this lovely island. I think we gotta. So. Okay. Question 6. In Project Hail Mary, what is the name of the sun-eating aliens? A. Solophages. B. Astrophages. C. Chlorophages. D. Sun mites. In Project Hail Mary, which is a book and a film, what is the name of the sun-eating aliens? A. Solophages. B. Astrophages. C. Chlorophages. D. Sun mites. I've left the menu up. Whoops. Anyway, your 2 minutes start now. Firax's dragon is defined as the friend burning your village down when you've angered it. You're making me think of Trogdor the Burninator, and that a dragon should be defined as having 1 beefy arm and 1 little arm. Back to guess who gets his donuts. You know, that's bad. That's just trivia, isn't it? Gonna head back to the kitchen to grab a bite. Gotcha. Cross says I miss Bard. Bard is a person who made me realize that it's okay to use it pronouns for a person, which I still do for myself. That's awesome. That's really cool. Rowan says, I have books that use it pronouns for people because of Bard and another friend preferred it back in the 90s. I think Rowan, your series your Demons series was the first time I'd encountered it pronouns for people, and I was like, I don't know if that's okay. And you'd explain it to me, or someone would explain it to me, and I was like, well, I guess I'm just wrong. And sure enough, obviously I now have friends who use it pronouns. Like, we just let people use. You shouldn't question pronouns, is why I've learned. Like, there are so many, and so many reasons why people like them, and that's awesome. I think Poor Kitty says, I first heard about that book just last Thursday, so I think I remember the Wikipedia page. Okay. May the Wikipedia page aid you now, because we're on to the answers. So, in Project Hail Mary, what is the name of the sun-eating aliens? The answer is B, astrophages, which is, I think, actually etymologically star eater. So, you know, it tracks. I was a bit tricky with the answers on this one, so I do apologize. I've probably tripped a few people with that one. But I also think you can make, there's also an element of educated guessing going on with that. Hopefully, some people get it. So, question 7. So 7 out of 10. We're making good progress. What is the name of the princess who ran off to be a dragon's assistant in Patricia C. Reed's Dealing with Dragons? A. Calanthe. B. Cordelia. C. Kimmerine. D. Kathy. So the question is, what is the name of the princess who ran off to be a dragon's assistant in Patricia C. Reed's Dealing with Dragons? A. Calanthe. B. Cordelia. C. Kimmerine. D. Kathy. Okay, more things have been built while I've been here. Oh! Is there a flight course being built? That's so fun! Pearl says, I've never seen or read Project Hail Mary, but I got that one entirely from the etymology. Ah, yeah! That's great. Fudge says, I feel like It's has gained a lot more use in the last few years. I think that's true as well, and I do get why. They're good pronouns. Cecil says, I don't know this book, but somehow read another book in which a princess runs off to become a dragon this year. Well, this is running off to be a dragon's assistant. But yes, okay, that's awesome, honestly. More books where people run off to become dragons, actually. Can I run off to be a dragon? I'd like to. Oh, it's got sparkles in the middle. I really love the creation of these. I don't remember, like, the firefly plants. I don't remember what they're called. These came out in, I don't know, the last few years, and I love them because they're sparkly and twinkly. I love that there's an actual, like, Elytra course going on right now. This is very, very cool. I guess we'll have to give that a go. I did not do the buttons again. I immediately am so excited about checking out Minecraft. Slower says, Silly V, you're already a dragon. I am! I'm a dragon online. I'd like to be a dragon all the rest of the time, too. Rowan says, Bard gave up on using its toward the end of their life because it was too easy for strangers to misunderstand, but I still root for the success of it. And also neopronouns. English needs more pronouns for disambiguation. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Is there some kind of spawner here? Pink Paw Kitty says, maybe we now need a book about an agency who helps people to run away to become dragons. Ooh. I'd read it. It's a bunny spawner! This is great news! Clenamacron, infinite bunnies! But you know what to write next. Oh no, the fox is eating the bunnies! Okay, no. This is gonna... I have to get rid of this fox. This is gonna upset... You gotta go away. I don't know how to move this. I need a boat. Hang on. I need a boat. Where do boats live? If I put the fox in a boat, it can't eat the bunny. I can hear it eating bunnies. This is chaos. I don't want to kill the fox. That's why I'm going for a boat. I instantly felt bad about it. Who knew such violence would occur on the stream? Can someone boat this fox? There must be boats. Where do you live? Are you in Tools? Wait. I don't hear the fox. I don't hear the fox. Someone has dealt with this fox, I feel. Well, I wasn't looking. Okay. The bunnies can live. There's a search box? I never use creative mode. Oh, you're so right. I looked for a search box and I was like, I don't see one. It was right there. Peaceful mode fail. Yeah. I mean, they're just being, you know, they're just being animals. But also it's like, oh, please stop killing bunnies. Okay. I was like instantly, Clyde Akron, come see the bunnies! And then watch the fox eating the bunnies. But as they say don't work with children or animals. For sure, for sure. Okay. So. Oh, hang on. I need to scroll this down a lot. The answer to what is the name of the princess who ran off to be a dragon's assistant in Patricia C. Reed's Dealing with Dragons? The answer was C. Kimmerine. Yes, the princess' name is Kimmerine. She ran off from being a princess because there are expectations on her that she should not do anything adventurous or fun or learn to use swords or read books, and she should only do, quotes, girl things. And noble girl things at that. And that's good for some, but it wasn't good for her. So there you go. It was a fun little book. Yeah, I really enjoyed that book. On to our next question. Question number 8. Which of these does the spacefaring sec unit of the Murderbot Diaries hate most? A. Stations. B. Planets. C. Ships. D. Med systems. So, which of these does the spacefaring sec unit of the Murderbot Diaries hate most? A. Stations. B. Planets. C. Ships. D. Med systems. Now, I simply could not, while coming up with questions on Space and or Dragons, leave out Murderbot Diaries. I love Murderbot Diaries so much. For Logos, we are just answering on our own. Because unfortunately there was no option for me to do this quiz the way I wanted to, as I've done in the past, where everyone could have their own scores on the stream. So just answer for yourself and give yourself a point if you're happy with the answer, or if you want to track points, which you certainly don't have to. I'm holding a bunch of bunny. I've got to go ahead and get rid of this. How do I get rid of you? There we go. I'm also holding a lot of eggs. Okay. I'm gonna give myself some elytra. And I'm gonna give myself some fireworks. Yeah. Okay, how do I put them on? I'm right-clicking, which should do it. Everyone says Ren is very noisy today. That's this happy ghast. It's just traveling around and making bizarre noises, and I love it. It was not Ren. It was not Ren. Ren's asleep. Something in the game. Yeah, it's that. It's this little ghost in a saddle over here. Let me show you its face. Ghast noises were recorded by recording one of the dev's cats and then playing it in reverse. So in fact, it is making cat noises, kind of. A cat made these noises. But yeah. And in the world of Minecraft, normally there are ghasts in the Nether, which is kind of a hellscape, and the ghasts are sad and they blow fire at you. But now you can raise them in the Overland, and you can ride them, and they're happy because of it, which is really nice because I've always loved them. Go to the chest icon in your inventory. I don't have an inventory anymore. I have. Oh, I see. And I am wearing them. I've infinitely put them on. I understand what's happened now. I don't use creative mode. All right, let's go. Nope. Okay. Oh, let's see. Let's return to our questions. So, the answer to which of these does the spacefaring sec unit of the Murderbot Diaries hate most? The answer was B, planets. Sec unit / Murderbot many times during the Murderbot Diaries discusses how much it hates planets because they're difficult to escape and they're often full of creatures that want to eat its clients. So, and speaking of its pronouns, the protagonist of the Murderbot Diaries, of course, uses its pronouns. So that's pretty cool. All right. Only 2 questions left, everyone. So, question number 9. Which country features a dragon on its flag? A, Wales. B, Scotland. C, Ireland. D, England. British people have an obvious advantage in this one, but you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Which country features a dragon on its flag? A, Wales. B, Scotland. C, Ireland. D, England. Who's saying that? Is it Sierra? If there's any justice in the world, it would be all of them. I fully agree. I fully agree. Triple tap space to elytra. I'm in creative flight. Oh! Okay. Yes! Oh, gonna hit that. Yeah. Oh! Ow. Honked my head. Okay. I might do this in third person so we can enjoy the flight a bit more. Alright. Yay! Ow! Bonked head. So, yeah, the way these wings work is you're just gliding from whatever height you start at, but if you have the rockets, then you can get boosts. Ow! Ouch, I've hit face again. I've hit face again. So when I put more dragons on flags. Yes! Absolutely. Okay, everyone. The answer to which country has a dragon on its flag is A, Wales. I think it was A, wasn't it? A, Wales. Yeah! No one else gets a dragon. And honestly, it's awesome, and Wales is an awesome country, and yeah. If you haven't seen this flag, do check it out. It's got a big, prominent red dragon on it. It's fantastic. On to our last question. In the Space Dragon series, which is by me, what is the name of Luxorian's former rider? Okay. A. Pell. B. Riss. C. Lara. D. Saw. In the Space Dragon series, what is the name of Luxorian's former rider? A. Pell. B. Riss. C. Lara. D. Saw. Okay. Ron's next question, why is Wales the only country with a good flag? The only one! Yeah, true. Little Locust says, I am painting a shield with some scorpions, but no dragons. That's cool! That's very cool, though. Rowan says this one would be way easier if I could see the woods. I agree! This is the kind of thing that's tough to remember. Alright. So this is the final question of the quiz. Oh, the course has gotten so long. Where should I start? I'm gonna start at the beacon. I'll start with this, and we'll see. Ron says oral-only quizzes are hard, and my auditory processing is not great. I would be in exactly the same boat. I'm so sorry that I do not have a visual overlay or something for this. I really did try. Hopefully someone makes one again. Ouch! Bumped my face. Hopefully someone makes one again before the next time I run a quiz. Fudge says saying the repeats have saved me 2 or 3 times in a row. Yeah, that's why I'm repeating it. But even with that, it's like I have an accent, this is audio over, you know, over Twitch. It's easy to mishear. Slow Rider says I bet I can make one. I mean, that'd be very cool. Not incredibly useful to, like, I wouldn't say it's worth anyone doing for me, because I only do these when I do a book launch party. Wait! There's something in the ice! There's a message! Love for everyone! Heart and smiley face! Oh, that's sneaky and subtle. I love the sneaky, subtle love message. And it's audio, something I've only seen written? Yeah. Which is why I got Kimmerine wrong? Yeah. Slow Rider says, wait, if I make it, does that mean you will publish more books? It doesn't actually work that way. If you look below here, and the ice as I fly by, it says love for everyone. Hang on, let me go place myself for a good view. Love for everyone. Isn't that lovely? Sneaky message. Alright, so the answer to the last question, which I did think would be one of the hardest ones. 10. In the Space Dragon series, what is the name of Luxorian's former rider? The answer is D. Saw. Yeah. That's her. Boo! We don't like her! She's not cool! Anyway, if you have been keeping track, feel free, if you'd like to post your score out of 10. If you haven't been keeping track, or you don't want to post it, that's okay as well. I hope you had fun with the quiz, regardless. I hope everyone got at least one, I really do. Like, trivia, you just don't know with trivia, but I've tried. Pink Poor Kitty says, I'm so glad it's not C because I'm called Lara. We've got a 5 out of 10 from Cecil, a 5 out of 10 from Quirrell, a 7 out of 10 from a Slow Rider, and you only knew 2! Mixed Pickle got 8 out of 10, wow! Des got 6 out of 10. Inga got 7 out of 10 with some lucky guesses. Love it. Fudge got 8 out of 10. Clyde Macron got 3 out of 10. I know nothing. You know nothing about the very specific questions I asked today. Primordial Nightmare got 5. Jonas Rictus also got 5 out of 10. I'm so pleased. Pink Fogarty got 5 out of 6. See? Yes, everyone got some answers. I'm so pleased. I have been in quizzes more than once where I have known none of the answers. Like, nothing. So I really wanted to try and pitch it such that everyone would get at least something. I feel like everyone's done well. Yes, from our answers, let's see. Who had the most? We have an 8 out of 10 from Fudge, and we had another 8 out of 10, didn't we? From Mix Pickle! So that's a joint first place for Mix Pickle and for Fudge. And we have a joint second place for a Slow Rider and Inca. Well done. That is so cool. Fudge says I so rarely do well in this kind of quiz. It was great. I'm pleased. You did awesome. You crushed it. Yeah, these were not the most incredible trivia questions, because they came from my brain, with some fact checking, and you know, I did my best, to do a themed quiz for everyone, but you know, what matters is we had fun. I hope. Fudge wins your prizes screaming at a boat. A Slow Rider says, I must say though, V, that the last question isn't the hardest one because the answer was in the chapter you read out. I don't think it was. Wait, was it? It might. Oh, it was. I did actually read that name out loud. You are so right. Oh. Nick Vickle says we must be a similar type of nerdy. I guess so. Asley says I haven't done well, but I wasn't here for the first and the audio-only questions made it really hard for me to follow. It was really nice to listen and read to y'all and talk about it. You didn't even get here for the first, like, 4 questions, I think, Asley's. So that's completely makes sense. Hopefully by the time we do another one of these, I will have a means of doing the quiz. Maybe I can, I don't know, do like a slideshow of the questions or something in the absence of an overlay, so at least people can see it written down. We'll see. Ooh, I've hit my microphone. Sorry about that. But anyway, yeah. Tomorrow, Cosmic Survivors is officially published. It will just be an ebook tomorrow because the paperbacks are a big mess and will probably be coming a couple weeks later. But they are also in the works and it will be published in paperbacks as well. The audiobooks are in the works as well. There's a short story also coming out for Kickstarter backers, hopefully in the near future. So yeah, there's more Space Dragons in the immediate future, and hopefully there'll be more to come in future as well. More novellas. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, and I'm so excited that I got to celebrate this with all of you. I can't believe like 22 people came along. That's silly. And much appreciated. Yeah. Bye everyone. Love for everyone. Big gay heart for everyone. Alright. I'm gonna give the server, I'm gonna come off now, but I'm gonna give the server probably another 5 minutes or so. Say goodbye to the server. And thank you all very much. Alright everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your company. Thank you for your support, which I'm very emotional about. Thank you for making this book happen, and I wish you all a lovely week. And for those of you who like to come along to my streams, hopefully I'll see some of you again soon. Goodbye, everyone.